Tired of feeling broke and financially stressed? Watch this video and learn how to control your spending once and for all. For straightforward, easy to understand financial guidance, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Wednesday. As a millennial, I know our dollars are being pulled in every direction, from wanting to be bougie with our friends, to paying student loans, to just paying our regular bills. By the end of this video, you're gonna have 4 solid tips to help you control spending so you can break the cycle of feeling financially strapped and start feeling financially stacked instead. Step number 1 is know your financial goals and make them a priority every day. It's going to be really important to know what you're working towards so that you can actually implement these steps and stick to them, because it gets really hard when we're just out there trying to live our best life and things come up easily. But if you keep your goals close to your heart and close to your mind, you're going to remember why it's so important for you to dodge off all these things that are just flying at you. Set a determination within yourself to do whatever it takes to meet your goals, to meet these priorities that are really important to you. Drop a comment below and let me know what your big financial goals are. I'd love to know what it is that you're working on. Step number 2 is going to be putting your guard up against advertisers. We know that they're spending billions of dollars to get your money. That's their whole goal, their whole function is to make you spend your money, because they're trying to stay in business and keep their jobs. So if they're not getting you to spend money, they're not doing their jobs well. It really is up to you to be the first line of defense. I don't know sports references, but you get the point. You have to put up a guard around yourself to protect yourself from the incoming ads that are going to be coming at you every single day. One way you could do this is to unsubscribe on your email list. Every time you get an email from a store or just anybody that's trying to sell you something, go ahead and scroll to the bottom and click unsubscribe, because I know those emails get tempting and they're good. They're gonna get you if you allow them to keep getting in front of you. Eventually you're gonna break. So why even put yourself through that? If you just unsubscribe, then you won't even have to deal with that. Another way is you can scroll past your ads really quickly if you're on Instagram or Facebook. Just make sure you don't even stop to take a look. Those ads get me, but if we can minimize this, it would be really good. And if you know there's a certain ad that you just keep seeing that you're almost gonna fall for, you can click in the top right and you can remove this ad or say you don't want to see it anymore or something, because that's happening to me right now with baby clothes. I just keep seeing these cute, precious, adorable clothes. And especially after you go to a website, then you're gonna see the ads and then it keeps coming up. But I wanna buy clothes for my future baby when I'm ready, not just when I see a cute ad, because then I'm just gonna get way too many things, and I'm trying to keep a minimalistic lifestyle. So it's really important for me to hide those and just not see them, because it's so cute. Everywhere there's cuteness. So I know the struggle is real if we just allow these ads to just keep bombarding us. Eventually, that feeling of I've got to have this will fade. So just know, if you don't buy it, you're gonna feel that feeling of I'm really missing out. But that's the ad getting in your mind, in your psychology, and getting you, because they've tempted you and they've really shown you something that you want and you'd really like perhaps, but you're trying to control your spending because you've got other goals, so you can't just be falling for all these other things that are thrown at you. So know and rest assured that that feeling will fade. Step number 3 is do not go to the store without a plan. You are setting yourself up for failure if you do. And remind yourself throughout the store that you're sticking to your plan, you're on a mission, you're here for a reason, and get the things that you need to get and get out. You have to keep reminding yourself of this, because stores strategically plan how they're gonna throw things at you so that when you're walking by, you see things, you get distracted, you fall in love, and you get something else that you were not planning on getting. Keep that in mind. Just stay focused on what you're there to do. Sometimes I'll even set a time limit for myself. I know this is not going to take more than 20 minutes. Give yourself 20 minutes and get in and out. Take a look at this video if you need help with creating and sticking to a budget. Step number 4 is to delay buying and really give yourself some time to think about your purchase. This comes really in handy with clothes and just things in general that we see while we're out. When you see something that you weren't planning on buying, recognize that that's advertisers doing their job. They've shown you something that they know will interest you, and now it's on your mind and you want it. Step away, resist the temptation, and then later, if that item is still tugging at you for whatever reason and you really feel like that's more important than whatever goal it is that you're working on, then okay, go ahead and let yourself have it. Like everything's not set in stone. You can be flexible with yourself, but realize that when you're making this purchase, you're taking away from other goals that you have and things that are more of a priority in your life. So you can't have it all, but you can have some of it. And so make sure what you do have is what's most important to you. I like to give myself at least a week or longer if it's a big purchase, or even if it's a small purchase. Like if it's a shirt, it's 20 bucks. I know you see it and you want it, but if you go home and you're like, you forget about it, half the time I forget about the things that I see that jumped out at me. But then every once in a while, there's something that just kind of just stays on my mind. And that's when I know I've got to go back and get it. But I really do that a lot to just make sure that when I do buy something, I love it, and then I just know my money's not being wasted. Currently, right now, I have this necklace that's on my mind. I saw it maybe a month or 2 months ago. I saw another girl wearing it. I asked her where she got it, and she said she makes them. She said I can go online and look. So when I went home, I looked and it was $75, and I really want it. But at the same time, it's $75. That's expensive for me for a necklace. Like I'll get a necklace for 10 bucks or 12 bucks or something, but to actually drop $75, I've really got to like it. So actually I've never done that. I've never bought a piece of jewelry for $75. So anyway, the point is I've got to think about this. Do I really want this? Is it really going to add value to my life? And so I'm still kind of sitting on it, and I don't know, maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't, but I'm giving myself some time. So I just really encourage you to do that because it takes kind of the emotional aspect out of your decision and lets you decide if you want it because you love it, not just because it was there and looked beautiful in the moment. Now you know exactly how to control your spending so you can keep more of the money that you work so hard for. If you want some additional help on getting your financial ish together, I've got a 5-step guide that I've linked to below. Drop your email and I'll send it over to you. I also share money tips on my Instagram account, so be sure to follow me there. Let me know in the comments below your favorite tip for controlling your spending. And if you've got any other ideas, let me know, and so we can just share and help each other. Next week, I'm going to be sharing a video on how to save up an emergency fund super fast. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when that comes out. Give me a like if you learned anything today, as it really supports my channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye.